Good morning, this is Ms. Hill. Today I'm going to first go over your spiral review, which is for Monday, April 4th, 2020. First question is, list the rational numbers in order from least to greatest. You have 43 hundredths, 22 hundredths, decimal 02 hundredths, 22 thousandths, and 43 thousandths. Now, which one is in order from least to greatest? Order those numbers. The next problem you have is Tiffany deposits 40 cents into her savings account for every $2 she deposits into her checking account. How much money would she deposit into her savings account if she puts $15 in her checking account? Now, what I would do is this. I would draw a T-chart. Now, you know how a T-chart looks. It's just like a little T, and on one side you have checking, and one side you're going to put savings. Okay? Now you're going to put $2 for every $2 you put in savings. You're going to put 40 cents in checkings. You're going to keep on doing it until you add up on the checking side. It's going to add up to $15. Okay? And then you're going to add up your savings side and see how much money you saved. Okay? And that's going to help you get the answer. Another way to do it is you're going to divide. You can divide. Okay? The next one is which numbered pairs are equivalent. Now, equivalent means equal. So you have A is 10 hundredths equal to 1 over 10. B is 75 hundredths equal to 80%. C is 15 hundredths equal to 1/4. Or D is 7 hundredths equal to 70%. You may have to do a little conversion there, okay? Especially with your decimals, you may have to turn those into fractions to see if that's equivalent. With your and also with your other decimals, you have to move your decimals back 2 spaces to see if that's equal to that particular percentage, okay? And also with your decimals, you have to make sure you do your TIBO. You can also TIBO like your 1/4 and see if that's equivalent to 15%. Okay? The next one is, can the following line segments measurements make a triangle? You got 10 inches, 5 inches, and 3 inches. Now remember, there are a lot of triangles. You have obtuse, you have equilateral, you have acute, you have right angle. So remember, with obtuse, you can have one long one medium, one small. You know? So ask yourself, or you can get a ruler and measure out 10 inches and 5 inches and 3 inches and see if you can create a triangle. And tell us yes or no, could that create a triangle? Okay? And your last section down here is convert the following. Now with this one, you're going to need your chart, okay? Make sure you grab your chart to be able to do that. Now, if you're still having difficulties looking at your charts, go on the internet and look for it. How many feet are in inches? How many inches equal to 1 foot? And then use your proportion box. Now, if you can see right here, I have my proportions. I have 12 inches, 1 foot, right? And I want to see how many 36 equals. So I had multiply my pair. I multiply 1 times 36 and I divided by 12 to get my answer. Okay? Easy, very easy. The next one is 5 yards equal how many inches? The same way. If you have to go on the internet to look up some information, go ahead and do that by all means. You know, you guys have the sky's the limit when it comes to the resources that you can use to be able to solve your problems. So don't think that we're just tricking you to get you to do something, because you have the internet at your fingertips to be able to help you solve your problems. Now, you don't have to use this every time. Just use it like maybe a couple times so you can be able to solve those problems, okay? And the last one is 1 meter equals how many centimeters? Remember the stairs. Kilo, hecto, deca, unit, deci, centi, milli. Don't forget that, okay? Hello everybody. Today I'm going to work problem number 1 for you for your bar graph. Now this is very simple. All you have to do is just pay close attention, okay? Pay close attention to what I'm trying to teach you and what I'm doing here. Okay, on my board, I really hope you can see it. We have Victor surveyed all of the 6th grade at his school about their favorite school activity. The table shown below shows the results that were used to make a bar graph. Now we have reading, See, I have reading for 44 people were surveyed. Sports, 55 people like sports, 55 people like video games, and 66 people liked music. Okay, now how do I find this data to make a percentage? Okay, I know I have a lot of numbers, so the first thing I'm going to do is add all my numbers up. So I'm going to add my 44 up, 44 plus 55 plus 55 plus 66. Okay? Okay? 4 plus 5 is 9. 9 plus 5, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And 14 plus 6 is 20. Okay? So draw my 0, add my 2. Okay? I have 4 plus 5, 9 plus 5 is 14. 14 plus 6 is 20. 20 plus 2 is 22. Okay? Now my total is 220. So out of all of this, 220 people were surveyed. So then my next step is I'm going to make fractions out of each and every one of these numbers. So I have 44. So I'm going to put 44 over 220. Okay? And I have 55. I'm going to put 55 over 220. Okay? My next one, I got another 55. 55 over 220. And I have 66. 66 over 220. Okay? I really hope you guys can see this. I'm trying to be able to block the light out and be able to advertise this at the same time. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do, make sure you pull out your calculators, guys. If you don't have a calculator, do it on your phone. Okay? And I'm going to T-bow, top and bottom line, to get my percentage. Okay? It's going to be a decimal, but you know how to convert decimal to percent, right? Move your decimals 2 spaces back. So I got 44, put it in my calculator, divided by 220 equals decimal 2, which is what? 20%. Is decimal 2 equivalent to 20%? Now I have 55. I have two 55s, which makes the second one easier. All I have to do is 2 problems, right? 3 problems at that. So I got 55 divided by 220 equals decimal 25, which is equivalent to 25%. Okay? Also, this is 55, so this is 25% too. And my next one is going to be 66 over 220. I'm going to T-bow that. 66 divided by 220 is equivalent to decimal 3, which is equivalent to, as a percentage, 30%. Okay, so now I just converted everything. What I'm going to do now is I want you guys to look at your table. Now we're looking for 20% in music, 25% in sports, 25% video games, and 30% in music, okay? So now let's look over at your graph. Can you see that? So what was the first one? 20% in reading, okay? So I look at number 1. Looks like that reading, you look at this mark right here. Oh, on my back. You look at this mark right here from 0 to, it looks like it's 25. We're looking for 20%, so I know that this is not right. So let's go to B. I look at from 0, and it looks like it's going to like 12, about 15%. But I'm looking for 20%. It should be over here, right? But it's not, so I know that's not right. Now look at B. Look at C. 0 to 20%. Yes. Okay. And the next one was 25. So I got 10, 20, that's 5 right there. And that's 5, and that's 10, that's 20. That's 25. And look at this one. We're looking for 30%. 10, 20, 30. Okay, so C is a possibility, but I want to check and make sure I got this answer right. So remember, reading, we're looking for 20%. We're going from 0 to 10. Okay, and then you got right there is 15. Looks like reading is 15% for D. And so that's not the right answer. So my answer is going to be C. My answer is going to be C. Okay? I hope this helped you out a lot. Remember, add all your numbers up when you're trying to find a percentage. Then you take that number that you have, like the 44, and you're going to say 44 over 220, 55 over 220, 55 over 220, and 66 over 220. Then you're just going to T-bow to find your percentage. Then you're going to analyze your graph and look for that answer, okay? Thank you guys. Have a good one. I appreciate you.